All right, so many advanced brown belts right now are working on a kata called Cat 1. Cat 1 is a Kempo form, but it is based around the form Heian 3 from the Japanese Shotokan Karate. Cat 1 comes from Nick Serio's Kempo, and many of the moves are going to be direct links to Heian 3 or Heian Sandan. However, there are many moves that are different and very stylized in the Kempo form. We've done previous videos on this form, one as an explained teaching one and another as a performance. For this video, I'm going to just go through the techniques mirror image. The reason for mirror image, and what I mean by this, is I am going to do the kata as if I was standing in front of you. I am performing the form backwards, which means if you are watching this video on a TV or on your screen, you can copy my movements. This is your left, but it is my right. So when I start off the form, I'm going to be going backwards. But if you are copying me as opposed to trying to learn what I'm doing, you will be able to learn the form at mirror image. Right. We'll start off from here. We're going to bring our hands in. The hands come up and across. We step forward into a long cat stance, and we draw back into here. Small circle with your left, circle with your right, bring your hands up and back. And that is our standard Kempo bow from Nick Serio's Kempo. From here, I'm going to stretch across my body, bring my other hand underneath the arm, pull across the chest into my back stance, feet come together, punch forward and down. Hand coming up goes on the inside, circle 1, circle 2. From there, I punch across my body, cat stance to back. I bring my feet together, punch down, hand coming up goes in, hand coming up goes in, circle 1, circle 2. From this side, I chamber across my body, my hands circle and come up into this upward block strike position common in Kempo, which is replacing the augmented forearm block in Heian 3. Pressing forward and spear, just like in Heian 3. This arm is then going to circle across. This is unique to the Kempo form. I'm going to back up for the sake of the camera. And then from here, instead of doing a spinning back fist where I rotate on my front foot, I'm going to come all the way back and then come forward, and it's a hammer that goes down as opposed to a back fist from the side. Stepping in and then punching. That is the first half. Let's do that one more time, and then we'll do the second half, also mirror image. So from the bow, I come up, come across, out, roll, return. 1, 2, and back. Strike, stretch, punch, 1, 2. Strike, stretch, punch, 1, 2. Chamber back, circle up, step, spear, over and around, back, forward, and punch. And that's a front stance for those of you who can't see. So that is the first half of the form. What happens at the end of that punch position is my hand that's out scoops and comes forward to grab. This is the common in Heian 3 or Heian Sandan also. The hand that punches is going to come up to my hip, so you imagine putting somebody into a headlock, possibly a hammerlock. From that punch, I'm going to go forward and turn, and when I land, my hands are on my hips, fists are on the hips, elbows are forward, shoulders are forward, and that is the locking position. In our version of Heian Sandan, we do 3 kicks, and then we're twisting our body, and in the original version of Heian Sandan, which are more traditional Japanese, they do it as this high knee type stomping action. In this case, it's totally different. So in the form from here, I'm going to drop down, X block right over left, and then up and out. Whichever hand goes over the top first will be the side I go to. So in this case, I'm going to turn to my right, my leg comes up and across, and then the hands are going to circle into that blocking punch from earlier. I then come back. From there, I go left over right, and I come out, and then in, and then up. Okay, from that position, step forward punch. Then from there I step into a horse stance. I'll back up for the camera. So I went from that punch, step in, hook. Now my hook with my right hand is going to be part of my movement. So I'm going to move over to my right, turn my back, and then the first hook comes across. Second hook, 1, 2, and double. I'll turn and face the camera to go through that part again. First, let's repeat from here. Right over left, out, pivot right, and back, pull back, Okay, on top, out, pivot, and back. Keep in mind that I am doing the mirror image of that, so whatever you're seeing is what you should be copying in this video. As I finish this position, step in punch, step forward hook. Now I'm going to move away or in the direction of our elbow, which is going to allow us to turn for that right hook. So what that looks like from the other side is I did my left hook, I'm going to move towards my elbow, turn around, hook, hook. Sorry, let's do that again. From there, turning towards the elbow, hook, hook, low punch, double retract, double strike up. From there we draw in, and that's the end of the form. That little slip up in there was my body wanting to go through the original form. And keep in mind, doing this in reverse is quite challenging. So make sure when you're watching this video, it is mirrored, meaning this is your left hand, even though it is my right. Copy me as you're facing me, and I will be able to teach the class in that way. All right, good luck with Cat 1 in our series of mirror image forms.